today we're going to talk about rational and irrational numbers. A rational number is any number that can be written as a fraction of integers. Remember, integers are whole numbers that are either positive or negative. Okay? So let's talk about what are some examples of that. Well, one example would just be a whole number, 5. All right, 5 is a rational number because you can write it as a fraction. You put 1 underneath it, and ta-da, you have a fraction of integers. So whole numbers are rational numbers. Okay. What about the fraction 5/6? Yes, this fits perfectly the definition. It is a fraction of integers. All right. So that one is also a rational number. Okay. So fractions are going to be rational numbers. Fits the definition. All right. What about something like 0.5? Is 0.5 a rational number? Yes, it can be written as a fraction of integers. It can be written as 1/2. Any decimal that terminates, that stops, any decimal that terminates can be rewritten as a fraction. Okay, so any decimal that terminates is a rational number. Okay. All right, what about the square root of 4? Is that a rational number? Yes, because the square root of 4 is 2, and once again, I can make that a fraction of integers. So square roots of perfect squares are always rational numbers. Square roots of perfect squares are always rational numbers. Remember, your perfect squares are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, and the list goes on, but you shouldn't really have to worry about too many more of those. I will put 144. This is 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9, 10 times 10, 11 times 11, 12 times 12, and you get it. So the list goes on forever. All right, and the last example of a rational number is repeating decimals. 0.3 repeating can be written as 1/3, so that is a rational number. So repeating decimals are rational numbers. Okay. All right, now let's talk about irrational numbers. All right, cannot be written as a fraction of integers. Remember, you can pause this video at any time to write. So, for example, pi. Pi cannot be written as a fraction of integers. Pi is a decimal that does not terminate or repeat. So decimals that do not terminate or repeat are irrational numbers. Another example, the square root of 5. Square root of 5. Be careful if you type that in your calculator. You might think that it terminates. It does not. It's just that the calculator stops giving it to you. Just like if you put in pi. Remember, pi goes on forever. Square root of 5 goes on forever. The calculator stops after a certain amount of digits. So square roots of non-perfect non-perfect squares. Remember, anything that's not on this list. Square roots of non-perfect squares are also irrational numbers. All right, that's it.